Practice Stoicism. Marcus Aurelius was a Stoic philosopher, and his writings emphasize the Stoic principles of self-control, rationality, and virtue. He encourages readers to embrace Stoicism as a way to find inner peace and resilience. Accept what you can't control. 1. Of the central tenets of Stoicism is the idea that we should focus on things within our control and accept what we cannot change. Marcus advises us to accept the natural order of the world and not to waste energy on things beyond our influence. Live in the present. He reminds us that the present moment is all we have control over. Worrying about the past or the future is futile. Instead, focus on the here and now. Self-examination. Marcus encourages introspection and self-reflection. He suggests examining your thoughts, actions, and intentions regularly to ensure they align with your values and principles. Virtue as the highest good. According to Stoicism, virtue, excellence of character, is the highest good, and everything else should be pursued only insofar as it supports virtue. Material wealth and external success are secondary. Practice kindness and empathy. Marcus urges us to be compassionate and understanding toward others. Recognize that everyone is struggling in their own way, and respond with kindness rather than judgment. Endurance in the face of adversity. He reminds us that life is filled with challenges and hardships. Instead of complaining or giving in to despair, we should face difficulties with resilience and fortitude. Memento mori. The concept of memento mori. Remember that you will die is a recurring theme. He encourages us to confront our mortality as a way to live more fully and appreciate the fleeting nature of life. Duty and service. Marcus believed in fulfilling one's duty to society and the greater good. He emphasizes the importance of service and contributing positively to the well-being of others. Simplicity and detachment. He advises us to live a simple and modest life, free from excessive material desires, detached from the pursuit of luxury and fame, as they can distract from the pursuit of true virtue. Focus on your character. The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts. Persevere with dignity. Do not disturb yourself by picturing your life as a whole. Do not assemble in your mind the many and varied troubles which have come to you in the past, and will come again in the future. Embrace change. Frightened of change. But what can exist without it? Stay true to your principles. Loss is nothing else but change, and change is nature's delight. Seek wisdom. The art of living is more like wrestling than dancing. Guard your mind. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. Maintain equanimity. If you are pained by external things, it is not they that disturb you, but your own judgment of them, and it is in your power to wipe out their judgment now. Choose your response. Choose not to be harmed, and you won't feel harmed. Don't feel harmed, and you haven't been. Practice self-reliance. Dig within. Within is the wellspring of good, and it is always ready to bubble up if you just dig. Avoid complaining when you rise. In the morning, think of what a privilege it is to be alive, to think, to enjoy, to love. Learn from mistakes. The first rule is to keep an untroubled spirit. The second is to look things in the face and know them for what they are. Be content with little. Very little is needed to make a happy life. It is all within yourself, in your way of thinking. Practice mindfulness. The key is to keep company only with people who uplift you, whose presence calls forth your best. Honor the divine within. The soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts. Control your desires. It never ceases to amaze me. We all love ourselves more than other people, but care more about their opinion than our own. Live in harmony with nature. Everything is interwoven, and the web is holy. None of its parts are unconnected. Strive for inner tranquility. Tranquility that comes when you stop caring what they say, or think, or do, only what you do. Be patient. How much time he gains who does not look to see what his neighbor says or does or thinks, but only at what he does himself. To make it just and holy, act virtuously. Let no man think lightly of good, saying in his heart, it will not benefit me, as the great water will set in motion. Practice gratitude. Think of yourself as dead. You have lived your life. Now, take what's left and live it properly. Find inner strength. The universe is change. Our life is what our thoughts make it. Accept responsibility, the best. Revenge is not to be like your enemy. Prioritize inner well-being. The soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts. Value time. Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one. Cultivate virtue. Waste no more time arguing what a good man should be. Be one. Adapt and overcome. The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way. Embrace impermanence. All things fade and quickly turn to myth. Live a life of purpose. The only wealth which you will keep forever is the wealth you have given away. Practice self-control. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. Seek inner peace. He who lives in harmony with himself lives in harmony with the universe. Value integrity. Waste no more time arguing what a good man should be. Be one. Embrace adversity. The greater the difficulty, the more glory in surmounting it. Skillful pilots gain their reputation from storms and tempests. Cultivate humility. It is not because things are difficult that we do not dare. It is because we do not dare that they are difficult. Develop resilience. The soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts. Practice mindful decision-making. Very little is needed to make a happy life. It is all within yourself, in your way of thinking. Value inner character. The object of life is not to be on the side of the majority, but to escape finding oneself in the ranks of the insane. Maintain perspective. If you are distressed by anything external, the pain is not due to the thing itself, but to your estimate of it. And this you have the power to revoke at any moment. Cherish relationships the best way. To avenge yourself is to not be like your enemy. Live with purpose. Dwell on the beauty of life. Watch the stars and see yourself running with them.